Welcome to the Brothers of Destruction podcast, where we break down all the latest WWE action. From epic rivalries to shocking twists, we've got the full breakdown.
Yes, people, this is your boy PrimeTime, this is my brother Flace, and welcome to another cracking edition of the Brothers of Destruction podcast. We are going to do a little review from this past Saturday's event, Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We're going to go over the King and Queen of the Ring matches, the finals, who's going on to SummerSlam. We've had 2 US title matches as well, a big, massive steel cage match to end the feud. And we also had a triple threat match for the WWE Championship with a big, monumental win at the end. Brother, how are we doing, man? How are we doing tonight?
I'm good. Coming off the back of Night of Champions, good event, to be honest. Some good quality matches, couple of surprises in there. When you look at our predictions back on the last episode, they went out the window. But I'm looking forward to chopping it up, bro.
Yeah, let's chop it up.
Apart from that, life is good.
Life is good, yeah. Enjoying the World Cup and everything.
Yeah, I am actually. Matches have been wicked.
Yeah. Oh, the matches have been good quality. Oh, speaking of that note, as we're speaking now, it is 2-0 France.
Oh, okay. Who scored?
Yeah, goals are flying in this tournament. Some good quality games.
Who scored?
Some big surprises as well. Huh?
Who scored?
It was Barcola.
Okay.
And Elise assist, who's in my team.
Yeah, he's in my team as well. I've got him in my World Cup fantasy team.
And you got Mbappe. Yeah. Full of surprises this World Cup so far. And speaking of surprises, we will get into that with our Night of Champions review. Mm-hmm. Guys, remember to also like and subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Check our YouTube channel, Brothers of Destruction Podcast. Also, check us out on Instagram and Spotify as well, if you're on the road or anything like that. All right, we'll get into Night of Champions. So, looking at the first match, started off in a big way. The King of the Ring final between Jey Uso and Oba Femi. The 2 superstars were probably the biggest, most engaging entrances in WWE today. Went one-on-one. The entrance were quite long because of that, and the match wasn't too long. But, for the time they had, it was a decent match. It was good. Good story, dude.
Yeah, it was an okay match. It was probably a little bit more competitive than I thought it was going to be. I thought Jey had some good moments in there. I think we're about to get a couple sticky moments in there. I thought it was interesting. And I thought I was going to make more of it when it looked like he might have tapped. When he was banging in the mat. But he was obviously doing it to sort of G himself up. But
that was controversial.
Yeah, when that happened, I thought they were going to use that to maybe leverage a rematch. I thought that's why we had that moment, why we had that spot in there. Listen, apart from that, the match was all right. Like I said, it's probably just a bit more competitive than I thought it was going to be, especially as there was no interference, which quite surprised me.
I thought with Jey sort of still being face, like he wasn't going to get back up for him. I thought that was fair, but they made it competitive, which I think they kind of needed to do. I don't think he should have just ran through Jey Uso like that, especially with it being a King of the Ring final as well. I like the fact it was competitive, but they told a good story of it. Oba still looked dominant, and Jey was trying to overcome him. But he still came out looking strong.
You could see that, Oba was the bigger, more dominant superstar in there. Even then, I don't know why. I just thought Oba would have been. I thought it'd be more one-sided. Let's put it that way. But it was all right, to be fair. I've got no complaints about the match, and I thought the promo that Oba cut afterwards, I thought was scintillating.
He is, even if he sees promo Raw is coming one day.
This guy's complete. He's got it all: the look, the in-ring ability, the promo
as well.
This guy, he speaks well. And with the fans, he's got connection. He's complete.
That's the thing. Even the promo thing, you can sort of forgive him if he's a bit green on the mic, but he's very comfortable with it. His character comes over very well on the mic. He comes off like a monster, but the way as you say, he's articulate on the mic. He speaks well on the mic. It's, you fully understand what he's saying, and he's he is believable when you listen to him.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
Without anything being forced.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, brilliant. So I guess right decision in the end. I predicted Jay to get surprise win with interference from Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't happen.
I don't know where he's going with that.
Oh, thought it might have been the Lesnar interference for that. I thought maybe Oba was too obvious, but say the right person won in the end. I definitely think so. I'm going to give this match give it a 7.25.
I'm going to give it a 7 on the dot.
Yeah, 7 on the dot. That's fair enough. And we'll see what Oba's plans for SummerSlam are, who he chooses, whether it's the whether it's the Undisputed Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe someone else, but we'll leave it at that for now. Going into now, the opposite of that, the Queen of the Ring Final.
He's chosen someone else. He has chosen someone else.
Yeah, we'll get into that next episode.
Yeah.
We'll get into that next episode. So, yeah, we'll see who has chosen. Queen of the Ring Final, so between Io Sky and Liv Morgan. And probably should have seen, what was coming into this match as well, who's going to win, especially with before the match. Liv Morgan was cursed by Danhausen. And the inevitable happened, and Liv Morgan lost.
That was almost inevitable once she got cursed. It was almost, it was almost inevitable.
I mean, to be fair, like if Liv Morgan won, and it just would have been like, oh, she was the champion, you know. I think Io won was, again, the right decision. Again, both King and Queen, they made the right decisions there who won.
Yeah, they did. I'm sort of surprised because she just beat Liv. I didn't think we'd see it again as recently as SummerSlam. But I could also understand why obviously she wouldn't go for Rhea because that's her best friend. Or one of her
best friend. And depending on what's going on with Rhea, there's a possibility she might not be fit in time for SummerSlam. They've not said anything else much, so I don't know what the situation with her is at the moment. So
how long she's going to be out. So they're going to run it back at SummerSlam. I look forward to it. The match wasn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be, but hopefully they're saving the big one for SummerSlam.
Big one for SummerSlam, hopefully. I'm not sure, not to criticize too much with the Saudis' regulations and the rules they follow, but that heat, it must have been quite hot over there. I'm assuming it is hot over there this time of year.
Yeah.
And wrestling in the outfits they do, that can't be easy as well. Like, I'll give them credit because that can't be.
That's to be fair, I probably got a bit harsh on them.
Yeah, so I'll take that into account. You know, I can't be too easy. But I think the SummerSlam match, I think, especially with it being for the title and the second match, I reckon it'll be really good quality. This match was good as well, but not.
Yeah, it's just not a banger I was expecting for these. So I just thought the styles would have meshed better. But you did make a good point about the outfits, obviously having to wear the heat. It will take its toll on you. But SummerSlam, I'm expecting that banger.
Oh, definitely. So Queen Io, the Queen of the Sky, Io Sky, as Michael put it, Queen of the Sky, came out on top and straight after the match challenged Liv Morgan for a rematch of SummerSlam. We'll see what comes about with that. This match, I still thought it was good. I'll give it a 7.5.
I'll give it leaning towards a 7 again, you know. Yeah, go with 7 again.
7, yep.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but I know those two together can produce better. Just
they can.
When you sort of envisage the matches in your head, I think these two can have a banger. I think we'll see SummerSlam.
See, I felt that with Liv and Stephanie Fakir, they could have had a banger, but then they didn't give that much time. So that's a story for another day. But
although I think we'll see that again sooner than people think.
I reckon so. When she's fit and ready to come back, whenever that is, she could be ready now. Who knows? But with
SummerSlam approaching, that'll be a wicked time to see Stephanie come back.
Potentially, if she's fit by then, and I think the program, the women's division is better with Stephanie Fakir there as well. So We shall see when she's back. Yeah, I've not heard much update, but we should see. We'll see when she's back. I don't think it'll be too long now. And going into the next match now, which I'm surprised in the match order they've done this in. So you've had the two final matches, tournament final matches, and then you've got another big match. Yeah, I found it a bit weird. I don't know if it was because this was the first match.
The whole running card I found odd. The order they had it.
Yeah, like the two US title matches in a row, I thought was weird. I thought they would have had one of them. Well, even both the King and Queen of the Ring finals, they had them first two matches. I thought was odd, but then to do that and then have this next match, I thought you're throwing all your best matches early on. But going into it, steel cage to end the feud between Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins. The rubber match, the final match in the steel cage, which ended up becoming weapon filled, which again made it better. And going into it, Seth Rollins won. I think we both predicted Bron to win, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
I predicted Bron, yeah. And Seth Rollins ended up winning. Check out a review on Raw in the next episode, and you'll probably see why. What's that, bro?
Now, I said it shows what we know. Predicting Bron to win.
Oh, exactly. Well, you kind of thought Bron would have got put over in this match, but again, we'll see on our next episode of Raw, and you'll probably get why Seth won this match.
Yeah,
but this match was really good. I'll be honest, I think I preferred their first two matches.
Yeah, the three matches, I would say this was probably the weakest. I thought still a good match. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, still a bit of still chaos, still a good way to end the feud.
Yeah, the three matches, this was probably the weakest. I'm surprised Bron, well, we know why now, but I am still sort of semi-surprised Bron didn't get put over, because I think it just sort of killed his momentum slightly. If you look where Bron was 18 months ago, a year ago even, like before his injury, he was in a similar place to where Oba is now, where we all thought he was the future of the business. And he might still be.
Yeah.
He could still be.
It's still time, definitely.
But yeah, just his momentum seems to have been stalled a bit. So it'll be interesting to see where they take him from here. But no, listen.
I think they could. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, I did enjoy, like I said, it's the weakest of their three matches, but I still enjoyed it. Seth, for me, I'm going to have to sort of revisit where I've got him in my sort of all-time in-ring performance, to be honest, because this guy is incredible. I know sometimes,
even now,
sometimes nostalgia plays tricks on us. You're always going back to think, we're talking about the best performers of all time. You're always thinking back to when you were kids, when you were younger, and going for those guys. But I think Seth could be up there with pretty much anyone I've seen. If not,
I think so, yeah. If you look at how long he's wrestled for as well and how long he's had top matches for.
Yeah, I mean, obviously off the top of my head, I'm going to say Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, God rest his soul, Kurt Angle, etc. But yeah, Seth could be up there with any one of them. It's something that I'm going to sort of sit down and think about at some point. But yeah, listen, talking about a rating for that match, I would give it a 7.5.
I'll still give it an 8.
Maybe even an 8, yeah. I'm between 7.5 and 8.
I'd give it an 8.25, maybe. Yeah, 8.25. I'd give it just over an 8. Again, it was still a good match. It was still a good, entertaining match to watch.
Yeah, it was.
But it shows the quality, I think, of their first two matches as well.
Particularly the last one, yeah. Actually, I'd give it an 8 on second thoughts.
But the ending was good, just the way he beat him with a curb stomp from the top.
Yeah.
Still makes him look strong. Okay, going to the next two matches now then. The first one is the men's US title match. Decent match. You could tell the crowd was a bit quiet for it. Ricky Saints against Trick Williams for the men's US title. You can see the crowd's a bit quiet from it, probably from the steel cage match and the 2 finals before then.
Yeah, and the have I missed one? But the 2 finals.
Huh?
Yeah, the cage match and the
2 finals and steel cage. Yeah. So that's why the match order seemed a bit weird.
Yeah, that's why. And for me, I felt sorry. I felt sorry for them because the crowd by then was sort of drained.
I think that's where you need to balance out the top matches and then the sort of smaller matches on the card per se. So
yeah, what did you
think of it? Benefit from being third?
What did you think of it? What did you make of it?
To be fair, could have done a bit more noise from the crowd, but I still thought it was a decent match to watch. I still thought it was good.
Yeah, it was. I think it was okay, but I think if the crowd was behind it, could have been a very good match.
Yeah,
the crowd plays a big part in how I think you perceive a match, and the crowd, to be fair, was not their fault. I don't blame them, but the crowd, by the time they got to this match, the crowd were done.
Yeah, so it was a good match, but again, the crowd could have helped a bit better with it, but it was still a good match. Ricky Saints and Trick Williams, I can maybe see again down the line in the future. Maybe Ricky Saints wins the US title. Maybe he's the one to dethrone Trick Williams. Who knows? But it was a good showing from Ricky Saints on his first WWE POE event against someone who's, again, very over at the moment. One of the top baby faces right now on the roster. About over he is. Trick Williams. I'll give this match a 7.5. I think it was good.
I might give it another 7,
There's a lot of 7s on this card. I guess that's maybe summing it up a bit.
I'll give it 7.5, because I think I've had 2 7s already. So let's go 7.5.
I'll go 7.5. The next one, so the women's version now. It was short.
Sorry, can I just ask one question? Do you think Trick stagnated in terms of his in-ring performances?
Don't know about stagnating, because I think you can get to a point where you're not getting better in the ring for a while, and just the more you keep wrestling, then start.
Yeah.
I don't know about stagnant, but because I think it'll be a case where you'll probably start picking up after a while. I don't think you can improve every time you're in the ring, or noticeably anyway.
Yeah, that's a fair answer.
So, I think he'll still need to catch up with wrestling. He needs to catch up with his charisma and how he is.
Yeah, he does. He's got everything else, so I think he'll be fine anyway.
Yeah. And I think he will get better with his wrestling ability as well, like in the ring. I think it will get even better still. So
I suppose it'd probably be fair to judge him in a year's time.
Definitely in a year's time. And even if it's a thing where his wrestling's good right now, where it gets him by, helps get him by with the mic skills he's got. But I think his wrestling could be even better. So going into the women's US title match now. Jade Cargill's against someone who's gotten better. And she was up against Tiffany Stratton, compared to criticism she got Jade Cargill in the ring. As we both said, she has gotten better in the ring. And she was up against Tiffany Stratton for the women's US title. Quite short. Again, I don't know if it's because, PLE and there's an extra match, 6 matches. They're probably under a bit of time constraint. But I thought it was a bit of a short match. Again, I don't know if it's also because the heat in Saudi and what they're wearing as well. Can't imagine it's comfortable in that heat. But I thought it was decent for the amount of time they got.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it went at a good pace, I think, this match.
Yeah, she doesn't quite have the same, Jade, she doesn't quite have the same chemistry with Tiffany as she does with Rhea. I would say, you can see they don't have quite the same chemistry, but I thought it was decent. It looks like now Jade's probably going to be involved in the angle with Charlotte. So I think that will be good. I think that'll be very interesting.
I don't think they've had a one-on-one match yet, have they? So that'd be a good match for SummerSlam. That doesn't need a title.
That doesn't. That'd be a huge match.
And again, we've talked about with
no interference. That's what we see. One-on-one, no. Listen, we could see interference, but
it will be with a group.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I'd like to see them go one-on-one, no interference, and just have a banger.
Yeah, I think Charlotte can maybe bring something out of Jade Cargill, or I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think this will be a good match because I think, well, I could be wrong. I think they was looking to do Charlotte against Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam, and that's not the case now.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what the situation is Rhea, but I think this is a match that will be put in place now of the women's title match. Just straight up 1-1, Charlotte, Jade Cargill, two great female athletes in the ring. Hopefully have a banger match at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
we shall see.
I think they will. Like, be interesting to see if she has a similar chemistry with Charlotte as she does with Rhea. Because Jade has made great strides in the ring, and I think this will be the ultimate test for her. I think Charlotte is probably the best female in-ring performer that I've seen. If you ask me who's number one, I think it'll probably be Charlotte. So I'm looking forward to see how Jade does up against Charlotte at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Assuming it happens.
See if Charlotte brings sort of the best out of Jade, or Jade brings sort of the best out of herself.
Yeah.
So, and I think these two could mesh well, but we'll see come SummerSlam as well. So we'll see, and that could be full of twists and turns and surprises in that match on SummerSlam. Right. So speaking of which, we'll get into the big main event now. So sort of a hometown hero reception for Sami Zayn. Got Gunther there and the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match for the title. It's been a really good build up to this triple threat match for Saudi. I liked how they played it out, the storyline and everything. Sammy's story, Gunther's in there, who's never beaten Cody Rhodes. Sami Zayn, who says he's the last real good guy in WWE. And after a long, grueling match, Sami Zayn finally did it. Sami Zayn. And it got to a point where I didn't think he'd even win the title. But he did it, finally. He won the title in Saudi as well. Probably the best place to win it.
Yeah.
And he's the new undisputed champion.
Oh, yeah. It was a shock of the night. I predicted Cody to win. But I wouldn't have been shocked to see Gunther win. I was hella shocked to see Sami win. And you know what? Big up to Sami. Fair play to him. I'm a Cody guy. Obviously want Cody to win. But yeah, listen, Sami deserves his moment. He deserves his moment. Again,
he does. He's a great performer.
Oh, he's an incredible performer. He's a wicked performer. And again, he put on a...
He is...
I thought out of the three,
I'll be honest,
performer on the night out of the three. Although I thought Gunther, I thought Gunther also wrestled a great match. Cody, I didn't think was quite there. I thought it was all right, but I didn't think he quite reached the levels of the other two on that night. Which is a shame. But yeah, listen, big up to Sami Zayn. Congratulations. I know there's rumors murmuring that he's only going to be a champion for a short time, and then Cody's going to win it back, and he's going to face CM Punk at SummerSlam or something along them lines. Because I think that is the plan. I think the plan is Cody, CM Punk. But I don't think Cody, CM Punk needs the title anyway.
And I don't think you should have Sami Zayn win it just like that and then just lose it.
And then literally weeks later. I don't agree with that. So I hope...
It might be a good thing where it finally turns Sami Zayn into that full-fledged heel, where they've been kind of teasing it, so a little bit back and forth on it, on the fence with it. And it's similar to when Christian won the World Heavyweight title years ago. Talking about 15 years ago now. God, I feel old. He won the title 15 years ago. Finally, he lost it on the next SmackDown episode to Randy Orton, and he turned heel not long after that. Full-fledged heel. Could be a similar thing with Sami Zayn, but I also don't know if it does any good for Sami Zayn to lose that quick still. I still don't think it does any good
I hope
not. Or Cody.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope he doesn't lose it that quick. But then if he keeps it, and I suppose you can have Sami against Gunther, but then as you say, if you're gonna have Sami against Gunther, if that's actually, no, I'll tell a lie. I think it looks like you're probably gonna have Gunther against Nick Aldis.
Yep, I was gonna say that brawl at the end. Not brawl, but that little tussle at the end.
So
I think that might be
that. With that
brings Nick Aldis into ring.
Sami, if the plan is CM Punk Cody and obviously Gunther's going to be in an angle of Nick Aldis. I don't know where that quite leaves Sami Zayn. I'm trying to think.
I think you let Sami keep it at least till SummerSlam. You know, you can't.
No, I'm just trying to think.
It's hard to have him lose.
No, I'm just trying to think. Who would he face at SummerSlam? Especially if he's going to go in there as like a heel, a fully fledged heel.
I don't know. He did get a big reaction when he won, so I don't know if. But again, this is the weird thing. It's like they've been trying to turn him heel, but then they've just still had him sort of sit on the fence.
Or maybe you turn him face. Maybe what we were seeing from him is just a frustration coming out, and now he's accomplished what he wanted to. He's back to the old Sami Zayn is a bit more relaxed, happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, and maybe that's the story there. So
yeah,
maybe that's the story. Like he kind of went into that zone there. He had to win the title, and he's a bit of a, I don't know if I want to say redemption arc, but he's done what he's wanted to do, and he's finally done it. He's won the title.
So let's say we get Punk, Cody, and we get Nick Aldis and Gunther. Who does Sami Zayn fight at SummerSlam, in your opinion?
Could it be a Randy Orton?
Good shout.
Orton's been away for a while, or could it be a Drew McIntyre? Apparently, Drew McIntyre's away. I think he's filming again.
I think he's going to be away for a bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a decent option in there because Drew McIntyre is someone who Sami Zayn hasn't beaten yet in like 10, 12 matches. So that would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been, the story behind that would have been very interesting.
But I can maybe see it being Sami and Orton now, maybe. If you do have Gunther against Nick Aldis and Cody against CM Punk.
Yeah.
But then you kind of need a reason for Cody to face CM Punk.
Yeah, I think what we now, we're at the end of June, so yeah, we've still got a good few weeks to see how things sort of play out.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was just intrigued to who you thought he could face if, like I said, Cody was going to fight CM Punk and Gunther was going to fight Nick Aldis at SummerSlam. If that's the way they were going, I was thinking I couldn't really think of a standout. Only because with Randy Orton, he's still away. So I didn't really think of Randy, but
yeah. He's someone that can come back and you throw him in the top picture straight away.
And he doesn't need to build momentum.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So there's some interesting points in there, or unless you have Trick Williams who comes number one contender, he faces him, or he's got the US title. You know, they revisit that rivalry there.
Actually, there's a couple ways they could go. What's your rating for the match anyway? You didn't give a rating.
Triple threat match. Oh, you know, it's a really good match. There's a bit of drama in there as well. It was really good. I'd give it a 9, maybe a 9.25.
Yeah, I was going to go with 9. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and maybe say bang on 9 as well. There was some drama at the end where it was reversal. Sami Zayn hit his finisher and you think, oh, that's it. Or he's about to hit it. And you think, that's it. And then there's a surprise roll-up, which it's not bad to see now and again. I think it works for this match. And, you know, again, congratulations to Sami Zayn. Been in the business a long time, wrestled for years. Finally got his moment. And it's probably the best environment he can, you know, maybe not Mania next year in Saudi, which would have been even bigger, but he got his moment here.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. I was really happy for
3 days ago.
I was really happy. And just one thing I noticed, speaking of heel terms, Cody pulling the referee out the ring. There was a bit of a heel vibe there about it. I don't know if we're going to start to see...
Sami did it, didn't he, first?
I know, but you expect Sami to do that.
I think Cody was just doing it back to him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's just be overthinking.
They have been teasing Sami Zayn to be heel, but I've been on the fence about it. But maybe is Cody turning heel on it then?
Maybe Cody's one. Yeah,
throws people off.
Yeah, we'll see. I think if he loses to Punk at SummerSlam, we could see something like that.
We could maybe see a turn in it, or unless they have a rematch, or unless Sami Zayn and Cody have a match and Sami beats him, maybe Cody turns. Or Cody turns before then anyway, so...
Yeah.
And this is the thing. This still could be sort of 1 or 2 twists before SummerSlam as well. I don't know if the card's set yet fully, you know, behind the scenes, for all we know. It might not be. We don't know what this person could be doing at SummerSlam, where we don't think they should be missing out. Especially SummerSlam being 2 nights as well, to be fair. You have to keep in mind as well, 2 nights. So, there's a way to fit people on the card as well, all the big stars on the card, but having to worry about being one night.
Yeah.
So, never know. So I'm intrigued to see the build up to SummerSlam and what they do with Sammy's title reign, what they do in this rivalry as well with, it seems, the storyline with Sammy and Cody. I think
where they're going to take it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it could play out really well, to be fair.
It's going to be an interesting few weeks leading up to SummerSlam.
Definitely. And I think this SummerSlam card could be really phenomenal, I think. That's not a hint to say AJ Styles.
I was about to say, you're teasing an AJ return.
No, not an AJ Styles return, no. But yeah, I think it could be a really good card coming up with SummerSlam. Very star-studded card. So we will know more from Raw on our next episode, which will be after Raw this coming Monday. We'll review it on our next episode and pick out all the big points. Looking ahead to SummerSlam as well, what matches will be set and what matches we think could be set or should be. And that'll be on the next episode. So before we go, bro, what is your rating for Night of Champions overall?
I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10, actually.
8.5? Okay.
Yeah, 8.5.
I'm going to push for an 8 for it. A solid 8. Good solid 8.
Yeah, that's weird because the match qualities, you're probably giving the actual individual matches higher ratings than I have. But the thing the event as a whole, I've given a higher rating than you. So it's a bit odd.
Yeah, that's an odd one, isn't it? I guess in terms of there's no major surprise maybe besides the main event.
Yeah, I think for me that's probably why I've gone with that extra 0.5%. The twist with the main event, and I did like the ending of Braun and Seth.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, to be honest, I don't think you need a surprise, low surprise to up a rating, but I think just with the King and Queen of the Ring finals, it probably looked a bit obvious, a bit too predictable before. So who win? The right people won.
Yeah.
But I think the winners were quite predictable. So
other than the main event, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, other than the main event. And then, the title matches. The steel cage match wasn't a massive shock, but I was a bit surprised. But yeah, there's maybe a few matches that were a bit too straightforward, predictable. But it was a good event overall, I thought. So, WWE's been doing good with the PLEs this year.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, despite the criticism, the PLEs have been they've been quite decent.
Despite Mania Night 1. Yeah.
Let's not discuss that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh no, Mania overall was good. We'll say Mania overall, both nights.
Night 1, bloody hell.
Yeah. But yeah. All right, we'll finish off there, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next episode reviewing Raw. Should be a big one. Post Night Champions, building up to SummerSlam. Again, remember to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify and Instagram. And we hope you have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Take care, everyone. Bless up.
Thank you for watching the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and look out for our question of the week.